York Times bestselling author, or the queen of summer reading, author Mary Kay Andrews' newest release is very personal to her, being set right here along the Gulf beaches of the Tampa Bay area. She joins me now to discuss Sunset Beach. Good morning.
Good morning.
Should I say welcome home?
Welcome home, definitely.
Yeah.
I saw the sun coming up over Tampa Bay when I flew in this morning.
Oh, I love this. Well, before we get into the book, if people are not familiar with you yet, tell us a little bit about your background and, again, why you're able to call this home.
Well, I grew up in St. Pete on the south side and graduated from Lakewood High.
Okay.
Married my high school sweetheart.
Oh, so did I. I love that.
Yeah. Went to journalism school at UGA.
She called herself a recovering journalist, by the way.
Yeah. I'm still in recovery. But went into journalism, worked for newspapers, got my start at two afternoon papers here in the Bay Area, Clearwater Sun and the Evening Independent in St. Pete. And worked for 14 years as a reporter, and I did some crime writing during that time, and it kind of never left my DNA.
Yeah.
I was kind of baked into me. So I've been writing these beach books, and I got the idea that maybe I would slide in a little homicide.
All right. Well, what's interesting, how many of your beach books take place here in your old hometown?
Yeah, let's see. Well, I wrote two that are set in St. Pete, and then this is and I wrote one, Ladies' Night is set on Anna Maria, actually.
Okay, all right.
From a couple of years ago, yeah.
But this one right here, St. Pete Beach, give us kind of the synopsis of what people can expect.
So the protagonist, Drew Campbell, she's out of luck and down and out. She's living in Fort Lauderdale. She's been a kite boarder, but she's had a career-ending injury. So her father arrives at, her long-estranged father arrives at her mother's funeral and throws her a lifeline, offers her a job in his personal injury law firm in St. Pete. And he also gives her the news she's inherited her grandparents' beach cottage on Sunset Beach.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so she moves over to St. Pete, moves into this storm-damaged cottage, Coquina Cottage on Sunset Beach, and she goes to work in the law firm. And on her first day at the office, she's horrified to meet the new office manager, who's also her father's new wife.
Ooh.
And Wendy happens to be her junior high frenemy.
Frenemy, I love it.
Yeah, so she gets drawn into one case and then a second old cold case.
Which actually has true roots too, from what I understand.
Yeah, there's an old 1965 disappearance of a woman in Atlanta, and it's never been solved. And I wrote stories about that in my newspaper days. And when I was working on this book, I thought Drew could maybe solve that. So the disappearance in my book is inspired by a real story.
You know, you've done so many award-winning books that again are giving you the nickname of the Queen of Summer Reading. What is the secret sauce, do you think, to have something that's a quick read, that's fast, that people love, that they want to spread?
I think it's a combination of things. For one thing, I want a plot that moves, as you said. I need fast pacing. I want my readers to keep turning those pages, and I want
That's what we want as readers.
Right. You know, there's some romance, there's some mystery, characters that you can care about and root for. And so what I'm really looking for is I want my reader to forget where they are.
Yeah.
I want them to look up and the sun's gone down.
All right. Well,
so they've got a beach book hangover.
Speaking of secret sauce, by the way, she's also got a cookbook out. You're going to come back next. We're going to get you in the kitchen and help us cook some too.
But in the meantime, we got to cook up some sales for Sunset Beach.
All right, sounds good. We can do that. It's out now. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. We'll put all the info on where people can buy it on our website.
Perfect. Thanks, Carly.